Hello, hello. What's up, guys? Mika here, the Traveling Tarot, back with your monthly readings for my water signs. This is going to be readings for my Cancer, Scorpio, as well as Pisces. They're for anyone with any of those placements, as well as general messages. So just take them as they resonate. I am going to start with Cancer. It's weird because I've been picking up a lot of anxiety. So especially when I decided, or I was meditating and deciding that Cancer was going to be the first reading that I would start with, and because I am a Cancer, not only am I picking up on what you guys are kind of putting out right now, but I'm interested to see why this anxiety is coming up, that maybe it might actually resonate with something that might be going on in my own spiritual journey. So before I jump into the reading, I'm going to just pull a couple of angel messages so that if you are feeling some type of anxiety, you can, and you have some Cancer placements or water placements at all, then maybe that can help kind of put your mind at ease before we jump into what's going to be coming for the rest of this month, okay? Again, these are going to be for Cancer placements, and so if you are feeling some type of anxiety, I'm sending you nothing but love, and I'm certainly here to help in any way that I can. And yeah, let's see what the angels have to say about, whatever it is that is really causing this crazy anxiety in my body right now. Feels like you guys are worried about something, and I will say, a couple of other messages I was channeling for Cancer while I'm shuffling is there may be some worthiness issues coming up right now, only because you might still be seeking some external validation, and they're just saying because of that, it might be dinging your confidence or dinging your worthiness. And so right now it's going to be an ask for us to go inside to find that fulfillment instead of seeking it externally. And I can speak to this as a content creator and as a person on YouTube, that sometimes when you look at the numbers, it can ding your confidence or whatever. And so they're saying seek that internal fulfillment first, and then the other things will follow. And that might be why it's causing some type of delay in what you can feel is coming in, because I feel this big shift, this big change for Cancer. And some people might feel a holding pattern because they're still trying to seek that external validation. And so they're just saying right now is going to be a time to go within non-judgmentally and receive the answers. Because in my own personal readings even, I'm getting a lot of Four of Swords energy, or that very message in a lot of different ways, okay? But the first card that does jump out is Athena. And I'm going to go ahead and put my glasses on. And she just says, it seems like there might be some type of worry or doubt around your strength. Because it says it's safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. So if you are worried about, maybe some type of level up that is happening, they just want you to know that you are safe. And even if you are going through something, we all are going through something unknown right now. And even if you are going through something that you don't really have any control over, they want you to know you're protected and you're safe. So even if things seem a little crazy or out of control, they want you to know that they got you. Okay, Cancer? So you just don't have to be in this anxiety. And I'm starting to feel so much better, almost like that was a good message of reassurance for some of you, because that overwhelming anxiety that I was literally having as I was doing this for you guys and me, I can feel it dissipating. So that's wonderful news. What else does my beautiful Cancer need to know that might be causing them some type of stress or anxiety? Oh, perfect. And these are going to be the perfect messages for you to understand that you are covered, you're protected. We have the Archangel Uriel showing up saying, your emotions are healings. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. Okay, yeah, so I think what it feels like is that some of us or some of you are still hanging on to that disappointment energy, and so the angels are coming in to help ease that and tap into some form of forgiveness, because we also have the Archangel Michael showing up to give you that reassurance that I am with you, giving you the courage to make the life changes that will help you work on your divine life's purpose. And what that mostly feels like, and what really sums all of that up with that anxiety that I was feeling, is that some of you are still going through some of these challenges based on the disappointments that you've experienced, because you're still kind of stuck in that energy. Whether you think you are or not, you would see different if you aren't, if you were actually over the disappointment of it and not focused on it. And so that is causing anxiety, because you truly feel like you're on the right path and that you are supposed to be easily be able to move towards your life purpose. And these challenges keep coming up, so what it really feels like is there's some anxiety around whether or not this is actually going to happen, Cancer. That's what that anxiety is. But Archangel Michael did come in to let you know that those life challenges that might be coming up, whether it be money, whether it be emotional, spiritual, whatever it is, the angels are here to help you, okay? So just talk to them and ask for their help and their loving guidance, and they're ready, sitting on go, to help ease whatever this is that's challenging you and making you feel anxious, because you truly feel like you're on the right track. You truly feel like you're taking the right steps, and something might still be causing a delay. And what they're saying here is that you're not getting the external validation that you're seeking, and so that's causing you to feel unworthy. And unfortunately, that unworthy energy breeds more unworthiness, okay? Or like more feelings of unworthiness. Okay, so yeah. And I'm so glad that we heard from the angels out of the gate, Cancer, because like I said, that feeling that I was feeling in my body was noticeable, and it's gone now. So they just want you to know you're protected. You're protected with Athena. You know, you are healing something very big right now, Cancer. This is going to be a life-changing thing that we're going through. And I mean, this is probably one of the biggest changes of our lives that we're going through right now, okay? And so it is natural to still have some feelings of disappointment, but they're saying that is keeping you in that holding pattern, and it's causing the anxiety, okay? But tap into your angels. They're here to help you heal those challenges, and that's exactly what they're saying they're doing, okay? So I love you. They love you. We love you. And whoever or whatever is here to help you, okay? And you are protected from start to finish. So you can move a little bit more confidently with that knowledge, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into the reading and see what we can expect. I'm going to go ahead and pull some of these Cupid's Arrow Oracle cards to see kind of what the energies are that are going to be coming in over the next, we'll say this is going to actually be good for the rest of this month into June. Whoa. Okay. I think I won't take that, but we did have be open to change. And we had self-limiting beliefs, past life connection, and declutter. My goodness, I am literally dropping all these cards, which is kind of interesting, actually, that that's happening that way. Nothing fell. But I will take realignment, because, yeah, that makes perfect sense, especially with the messages that we started with the angels. And it says patience as well. Manifestations are on the way. And it was exactly like I was saying, Cancer. It's like you're not seeing the results of the work as you feel it should be showing up. And it's frustrating. So it's causing you some form of anxiety, or even what they're saying is this ever really going to happen? And so that doubt is really starting to ding your confidence and your worthiness. And so seeking that external validation is exactly what's doing that. Okay, and it's not to condemn or anything, it's to bring an awareness to why you might be feeling out of whack or out of alignment. But they did say that this is going to be a big month about getting back in alignment with your goals and your purpose. It says shift your perspective for that gained sense of clarity and have patience. Manifestations are on the way. Okay, and I'm so glad that that showed up, because like I said, what I'm really feeling about that anxiety is that you're worried that this is never going to happen, and you're doing all this work and all this, you're putting in all this effort, and sometimes it might even feel like, not that you're not making progress, but you're literally walking backwards, and you're just like, really? I'm literally doing everything. And I keep hearing about this big change that's coming for Cancer, and hang in there, and your life's going to shift. I mean, I laugh at these titles sometimes, because it's like, we are in the shift, but they literally are saying your life's shifting this week for sure. And it's like, there's a lot of things that, there are a few variables, and they all have to do with where you are. So if you're exuding something, then that big shift could just be a shift in your perspective. So you might be feeling some type of realignment, okay? But they are saying be patient and be gentle with yourself, and try to move with confidence, even though you might not be seeing the full result. But they're screaming at me right now that staying in gratitude is going to help you kind of stay connected to that energy, because if you're looking at what you don't have, it's only going to breed more of that, okay? So they're saying show gratitude for what you do have, and even if it's things that might be out of your own control, just know that you are leveling up. Things are happening. Things are happening as happiness shows up. Things are happening, and you are moving towards your goal. But because this is a life-changing, one of the biggest shifts you'll ever go through in your life, Cancer, you're getting ready to be on a path that you've never been on before. And you're going to feel the discord, because if you don't go with it, you're definitely going to know. And the unknown is scary sometimes. But it is all meant to bring you towards that absolute happiness. And it isn't about you going to search for things that are going to make you happy. That's that external validation. It is about you finding that happiness and that place of peace within yourself. Everything else follows that. My son and I were talking about that this morning. We're like, how beautiful is it that everything we want in our life hinges on our ability to be happy. We want to be happy. Why not find that happiness now, okay? But they are saying that this month, that realignment and patience are going to pay off in such a way that you will find some type of fulfillment within what you're doing or what you've been creating. It is on its way, okay? It's definitely on its way, and I'm not, just trying to be another one of those readers that's saying, hang in there, Cancer. You got it. It's like it about to change for you tomorrow. It is on its way, okay? But right now, there is some worthiness stuff and maybe some misuse of focus on the disappointments, okay? And that's okay, because if you're aware of it, you can say, you know what? Let me look at this thing then. Let me not try to avoid it. We're not saying do not feel how you're supposed to feel, but don't wallow in it. Try to see a point in it or learn a lesson from it so that you can move on from it. But it is time to face that stuff once and for all, Cancer, because realignment was the first energy that came out. Realignment. So this month is going to get you back on track to that level of belief. Or it's interesting because they're talking to me about this the Aquarius reading that I just did. So maybe some of you have Aquarius placements, but they also were kind of like off their game a little because they needed to re-tap back into what they know is true. And they're saying right now, you know what to do, Cancer. I'm here to help you. We are here to help you. Ask us for the help. because this month is about you. Because look, the first part of this year, still things closing out, still things are getting ready to ramp up in a way that is going to be noticeable. Okay, and so they're saying you want to realign. Cycles were closing out. You had to push through some fears. We had to push through some fears and say, no, this is what's going to happen, period. I don't care how it looks. I'm going to look here because I don't care about how it looks. I know too much to continue on to allow this to be any other thing. Okay? And you do too, Cancer. That's 100% the truth. They're saying this month is getting you realigned because around the summertime, you'll be well within that shift. If you haven't already started doing it. But if you're not seeing fast progress or more progress because the energy is moving fast, then it is because there's some realignment that needs to happen, and that's happening this month. Or maybe, feeling impatient or being a little bit frustrated or seeking that external validation that's not showing you the work that you feel you've been doing. They're saying you have to feel into this, okay? Because the things that are going to be coming are much bigger and they're going to bring that happiness and fulfillment that you're seeking. But for them to last, this old stuff that you've had has to be vibrationally gone, because you cannot have those two things in the same frequency. One of them is going to be dominant. So if you can release this other stuff or those disappointments that you may still have been focused on, then you will see what's happening for you. Okay? They're definitely saying that. I didn't even see this. We had stress at the bottom of the deck showing up with happiness. Okay? Look at the juxtaposition there. That's that anxiety, but they're saying they're showing up together to let you know that, hey, this is what's keeping your happiness at bay. That anxiety. It says cleanse and detoxify from unnecessary commitments. If you are not feeling that sense of fulfillment, not only is it because there's some realignment that needs to be done, but it's because you're choosing to look at the gap instead of the gain. Okay? And it's just a couple of perspective ticks. There's never any condemnation here. There's never any of that. It's just to bring an awareness so you can say, okay, I know why this is happening. Let me dial it back, reevaluate, and then step out again with realigned from a place of alignment. Because the other thing that I received was, right now we are sort of in a hermit mode, Cancer, only because we are looking to move from a place of fulfillment and not a place of pressure or stress or having to do something. We are literally on this crux, and that's why I say this is a very big year for us, Cancer, because it's going to catapult us into that status that we've been trying to get to for a long time. But in order to stay there, some realignment has to be done because of all of the shit we've been through. If we bring that shit into this new stuff, it's not going to last. Period. So we're kind of in a impromptu hermit mode because we're meant to go within and find the answers and stop trying to seek that external validation. And that's what's causing the confidence thing. That's what's causing the lack of worthiness. And that's what's causing the holding pattern. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what realignment, let's confirm or clarify realignment. But it was too many cards, but at the bottom of the deck it was definitely death. And we saw the Seven of Swords, actually, which represents strategy, or stealth even, which means a time to go within and not really seek external answers. Receive the strategy. Keep your thoughts and things to yourself so that you don't have any other influences but internal. Tell me about realignment for us Cancers for this coming month, for the next 4 to 6 weeks. And we do have realignment showing up under Athena, who did say it's safe to be powerful. You guys, you saw me shuffle. The Death card. What did I say? I love it when they do that. That's my favorite thing for you guys to do. Don't ever stop. Okay? Realignment. It's about this rebirth, Cancer. There really is a major shift or rebirth happening right now for Cancer. There really is. And so that would be one, why these things are coming up, because they cannot go with you into this new beginning. So they must be left for dead, like these people. They must be left for dead. Or if you even try to, they're not going to be in the same vibe as your new life. Okay, and we have that showing up with the Tower. The thing is that this is a big, big change. Everything that is not solid is going to be torn down. Everything that's with the relationships, that's with the jobs, that's with the old ways of perceiving ourselves. It must, in order for you to move into this completely. That's why you would get the Death and the Tower, because they're done. You're done. We're done living or being on shaky foundation. They know that what we're becoming has to be real. And so all of the things, including those illusions that we allow to govern our lives, have to be torn down. They must be challenged. You don't have to do anything, but you're going to want to, because it is not going to feel good if you don't. And I never lied, okay? Wow. I love that the Death card showed up again, because they're like, oh, that needs to be in the reading. You're not lying about Cancer going through the biggest change of their life, which means none of that other stuff that was not real can come with you into this new thing, into this new you, and you don't want it to. This is like reinventing yourself like a motherfucker on steroids. Okay, this is the brand new Cancer. I love that so much, because I love the new Cancer. Boom. I love who I am now, and I don't care what else happened before right now, because who I am now, it's worth every cent, every moment, every tear, everything, to be who I am right now. So I don't give a fuck, period. Straight up. So tell me about patience here, because we do have that showing up under Uriel, who talked about your emotions. There's that, there's your emotions are, it says here, your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. This is so that you can open yourself up more to receive. But they're saying the anger and unforgiveness that might still be looming about in your mind and in your heart is causing the delay. But they're saying, Uriel is saying, I'm here to help you heal that, so that you can receive the manifestations that are being held at bay by these feelings of doubt, anger, resentment, unworthiness. You fill in the blank. Anxiety, stress. That stuff repels. These unnecessary commitments in this new age. Those unnecessary commitments are the Tower moments that are being torn down. Those things that are not you anymore. You are not becoming something else. You're chipping away that shit that you're not, so that you can be more you. Okay, and that's the beautiful thing. So allow this transition, allow this change. Tell me more about patience here and about Cancer. I did see the Page of Cups. I probably, they're saying you probably should have taken that or said something about it, but it's about basically what I was saying. It's about your opening up, because the Page of Cups is all about opening your heart, opening up to love, even new love, or new ways of expressing yourself, or new ways of being, or new ways of loving yourself and others. Okay, but they're saying because your emotions are healing, this stuff is going to come up, and Angel Uriel is going to come in and help you heal the stuff that comes up. It's okay to be powerful. You don't have to be afraid, Cancer, because you're going to be put in a position where you're, I want to say role model. They wanted me to use the word role model, but where you're going to be recognized for what you do as an authority in your field or in your life, or you're going to be become a parent or something, to where you're going to impact other people. But you got to heal first whatever these illusions have been, confirmed with the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Those are those unnecessary commitments that are keeping you from receiving or seeing clearly, okay? And that would show, you guys, I love this so much. Wasn't I just saying that about those unnecessary commitments that are keeping things at bay? They're keeping you from receiving the right next step. And those unnecessary commitments don't always have to just be with other people. These are, what are you committed to? What thoughts or beliefs are you committed to? What behaviors have you been committed to? What things that, because what they're saying right now, and don't shoot the messenger, because we all have our things. Overindulgence. What have you been overdoing to compensate for this lack of fulfillment? That's causing you not to see or receive clearly. They're saying, lay that down. It's time to release yourself from those unnecessary commitments that are causing you stress. Lay those burdens down so that you can start receiving the clarity and receiving the happiness that's yours. That's ours. And I'm saying this right here to the Cancer that's recording this video. Because like I said, we're all on our own journeys and we all have our own shit. And it may look like somebody's further than you, but you have no idea what people are going through. And that's why it has to be irrelevant. If you can get yourself centered, then what other people do is irrelevant. Okay? And it shouldn't cause you any type of stress if somebody else is doing something, unless they're keeping you from doing something. Okay? So let's go ahead and clarify Archangel Michael and happiness here. It says new discoveries that lead to celebration. Love yourself first. Boundaries set themselves when you point that love to you, Cancer. They right now, and maybe, and I'm not even saying maybe, that's why things are not working out in the way that you want them to, is because it would validate that your external validation is what you needed. So if it did work out that way, then now you are seeking that high externally. They're saying, no, you've got to find that within you. And then that other stuff will be a nice bonus. But whether it's there or not, you're still you. And that's kind of why it says love yourself first. As I stop and go on that little aside, we have the sun showing up. Innocence, rebirth, vitality. This is so that you can find that within you, and everything else flows after that. Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands. Okay, this is definitely about you, like, finding new ways to feel more confident, to be perfectly honest. But we do have the Eight of Wands showing up. It's showing up under happiness and Archangel Michael, who is healing those life's challenges. And you put in your personal challenge, because it just says life's challenges. So whatever that is you're going through, the angels are here to help you. He specifically said so that you can focus on your life's purpose, which is true happiness and fulfillment. So it's not even about you and, you being this thing. It's about your life's purpose. And that confirms to me that our life's purpose is to be happy and be fulfilled in whatever it is we're doing. And if we fully trust that things are coming into focus for us, then there should be no stress or worry. This comes when you start doing things because you're feeling impatient or because you're feeling like you're feeling out of whack or out of alignment. But when I did pick up stress, I did see communicate, and this also represents communication, okay? So I feel like some things are coming together for us this month, and we see divine counterpart as well. Some things and people are coming together for us, Cancer, this month, but it's right now, it's 100% about us stop seeking that validation outside of us for right now. This is why we're in the hermit mode, so that we can find that fulfillment within us. Again, I love making videos. I love doing this. And sometimes you can get lost in the numbers. But also, it shouldn't stop me from making videos because I love doing it, and it's not going to. That's just like an example. So if there's something that you love to do, just do it because you love it. And it's almost like that, they're even saying that if you build it, they will come. But it has to be something from a place of true happiness and fulfillment. That's something that you like doing. You're not building it so they come. You're building it because you love it, and then they start to come because it starts to attract that love. And you start to feel more confident in, once you're realigned, you start to feel more confident in what you're doing and what you're creating, especially when you get that validation from within. You don't need to seek that external validation, my beautiful Cancer, okay? I hope something did resonate. If it did, please like, share, subscribe. Like I said, I'm truly grateful to do this. I'm certainly here to help in any way. If you have any questions, or if you just need a one-card pull, I'd be more than happy to pull a card for you to help give you some direction. You can either DM me, or leave it in the comments, or email me, or hit me up on my website. Everything is going to be in the description. Then if it does help you and you decide you want to go further and get a deeper reading, you can certainly book one at my website as well. I'm working on a few things so that I can resurrect, I know I keep saying this, but my tarot lounge, because I do want to open this up in a way where I can actually interact and answer questions and stuff for you guys, because I really did enjoy doing that. I'm just trying to kind of have a lot going on right now myself too, so I'm trying to fine-tune and structure. Like I said, everyone's on their own journey. So just bear with me there. And again, if it is helping you, it really helps me if you interact with the video. If you like it, share it, subscribe it, leave a comment. And I do appreciate those of you who do leave comments. It really does mean a lot to me to know that I'm reaching you, for sure, because this is my life's work. This and making music. I can't see anything else, to be honest. So if I can help in any way, definitely let me know. So I'm going to pull one inner child card so that we can see what our inner child needs the most from us. If you find this video, my beautiful Cancer, or cross watchers, and then I will take a couple of minute break, and then I'll jump back in for the Scorpio reading. Okay, so let's see what our inner child is asking of us for this month here, Cancer. What would help us realign with our purpose and tap into our worthiness and kind of heal whatever these unforgiveness is? And they're saying these disappointments has to do with you. I don't think you're still mad at Tom for doing this. I think you're mad that you either let it happen, didn't stop it from happening. You're still, that unforgiveness feels like it's being pointed at you. Maybe maybe you're giving yourself more worry about the role that you played in this thing. But they're saying, stop that. I know, easier said than done, but they are saying just love yourself more, and everything else will fall into place. Loving yourself creates the boundaries, as well as gets you right back into alignment, okay? You do know what to do. I love that so much. The two cards that jumped out for our inner child, it says, there is hope ahead. It says, have courage and take heart, for there is hope. Stay hopeful. And I kind of knew, I was going to use some other cards, and I knew hope was going to show up, so I'm glad it did show up in this. And then it says, choose yourself today. Do not deny your importance. That is such a beautiful message and a beautiful way to end a Cancer reading that is all about getting realigned, having patience, because where you're putting your focus right now, or the emotion that you're exuding right now, is causing some type of delay. But they do want you to know the manifestations are on the way, and the angels are here to help you, okay? And so am I. So if you need anything, definitely reach out, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I'll be right back for the Scorpio reading. I love you guys. Take care of each other, okay? Peace. Hello, hello, my beautiful Scorpio. Mika here, the Travel Intro, back with your monthly messages from Spirit in regards to whatever you might be focused on right now. This is not specifically a career and money reading, but during my cleansing here, they specifically wanted me to pull you guys one of these cards, which is about career and finances, which just lets me know that some of you guys, or most of you guys, might be focused on something that's going on in your financial climate. So let's go ahead and see why they wanted me to pull this card. But these messages are for Scorpio placements, and they are general, so take them as they resonate. And if you're watching for Scorpio, this is the place to be. So let's see why they wanted me to pull you a career and money card. What information did you want? Okay. I love that so much. Okay, yeah, so that must be why, because it seems like maybe some of you guys might be experiencing some type of financial issues or something with your career or finances right now. And so it says we have the moon showing up with fleeting funds, unknown source, and being guided. And I think right now it feels weird for you because you may not feel like you're receiving. Like something may have happened and you may not feel like you're receiving the actual next steps. But I think they're asking for you to take a step back right now and go within so that you can feel around. They're not giving you the answer because we do have wings showing up with that as well. It says rising above money issues, business taking off, spiritual work, life's purpose, and mission. And so that's why I say they want you. It may feel like nothing is happening, but it's because right now you're being guided to your life's purpose or your higher purpose. And it could have to do with some type of spiritual work. Okay, so take that as it resonates. But they do want you to know that in May, you're going to be rising above these money issues. It did show up with gears as well, which is about money flow, hard work, putting plans in motion. That's what I'm saying. You're being guided to something else and possibly entrepreneurial work. Definitely entrepreneurial work, because it says right here, putting plans in motion, building a team, taking time off. This is the time off you need right now. And believe it or not, you're building some form of security and you're being guided towards your life purpose. And that might feel a little weird because this is all very unknown to you. Okay, so just know that even though there might have been some money issues with fleeting funds showing up, you're being guided to your life's purpose. And so you're rising above those money issues. And once you receive the guidance, take action, because it says business taking off. You're going to make a profit right away with whatever this is, okay? Again, this is not specifically about career and finance, but when I was going to pull for Scorpio, they definitely wanted me to pull these cards for you, the career and money cards, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into your reading. But this looks like if you are focused on your money or your career and finances, that this is going to be a wonderful month for you, and you're going to be actually receiving the right next steps. The reason why things have been moving a little bit slower before is because you needed that time off. The time in between whatever happened and right now, to where you'll start receiving this guidance here in May. It's about you needing to take a step back, almost like slowing the momentum down on something so that you can receive the right next steps, okay? Because if you're always running in this direction, it's going to take a second to slow things down so that you can realize that it's really over there. Okay? So just be gentle with yourself, and kind of what they're saying right now is accept this time off, because it says here you're going to be building some type of a team because you're being guided towards your life purpose, and this business is going to take off, whatever it is, okay? So take that as it resonates. But I'm going to go ahead and just pull some of these Green Witch Oracle cards so that we can get an overarching energy for what could be coming in for you, my beautiful Scorpio, this month. What information do you want me to provide my people? Oh, you got two cards. Energy and wisdom. We got wisdom showing up out of the gate, and we have energy, and this very much feels like an energy activation. It's a 10, it's a 28 card breaking down to 10, which is all about endings and new beginnings. And that's why I say it's about energy activation. Whatever was happening within the past month or so that may have felt like things weren't moving, and hell, even fleeting funds, it's because you're being guided towards a new purpose. And so you needed to slow that momentum down with this being a 10. Let that energy dissipate, and now you're on the path. And May is going to be about energy activation, initiating something. Okay, it's going to turn into that one. And I love this because we have the sun on here, and we have a cauldron, so that it's something that you're being guided to put together. You're almost like the alchemist here with that cauldron showing up, and you're going to be able to utilize whatever wisdom that you've held, or whatever wisdom that you were guided to this past month, because this past month was slowing the momentum down. But that also means that you would have had some revelations, or you would have had some type of moments of clarity, where as that momentum starts to slow down, you're now able to tap into that wisdom a lot more clearly. And it's a fire card, which is all about acting on that wisdom. Okay, and it's a 22 card breaking down to a 4. Not only 2s are about duality and partnerships, but 4s are about security and solid foundation. So it seems like whatever you're activating now, Scorpio, in May, you're going to be able to start receiving that guidance towards it, okay? And it does show up with happiness, which is amazing, because Cancer had happiness in a whole nother deck in the reading I just did for them before this one. So, and it shows up with a 15, which breaks down to a 6, which is all about relief or harmony. May is going to be an ask for you to tap into that wisdom, allow this new energy to be activated so that it can move you towards your happiness. And we have another thing representing potions. So you're the alchemist here. You get to guide this to, honestly, what you feel is your mission or your life's purpose, because these wings that showed up are all about your life's purpose, spiritual work, or mission. Okay, and that they're also saying that those wings represent your angels guiding you to this energy activation. Okay, let's go ahead and get one more of these cards, and then we'll do a little clarifying with the tarot. But yeah, if things have felt a little bit stagnant or confusing, Scorpio, they just want you to know that this was to slow some momentum down, and now you're going to start to see the train going in a new direction, okay? But you do have to allow this. You cannot fight against it and see progress. In fact, you'll know you're fighting against it by feeling like shit. The only time you feel like shit is when you resist the change. This is putting you on a path towards your life's purpose. Don't resist this. And you will not only see the ease, because that's what I found especially in this spiritual journey, is when it's time, or if you're on the right path, everything is going to flow with ease. You're going to be blown away at the people that show up. But when you're resisting something or trying to force something into being, it's almost like climbing up that hill with obstacles and shit falling at you instead of just going with the flow. Yeah, and there's going to be some sense of wholeness coming in, especially with this wisdom, and as you start receiving the guidance. They're specifically saying, especially with being guided, showing up on this moon card, they're specifically saying you're going to start receiving that guidance clearly, okay? So your only ask for this month is going to be to stay open, available, and ready to receive. In fact, if you want to write that down as an affirmation, I am open, I am available, and I am ready to receive. You're going to be blown away at what shows up, okay? And I shit you not. Because this month is all about you feeling whole, all about you kind of allowing that old energy or momentum to dissipate and activating something new that's more in line with your life's purpose and your mission. And spiritual work. And it doesn't mean you have to be a tarot reader or a guru. Spiritual work is something that uplifts people's spirit. So whatever that is, you could be a musician, you could be a comedian, you can be a whatever, something that uplifts. That's the spiritual work. Something that uplifts your spirit, that helps uplifts others' spirits. Okay? But yeah, there's going to be some sense of wholeness coming in, and I love that, showing up with another master number with a 33 card breaking down to a 6. Harmony. We just said that. We just saw that with happiness. That's right in line with you feeling whole and fulfilled and happy, okay? But they are saying that you want to allow this activation, because this is going to be really different. So you may not fully recognize it, but they're just saying be open to, oh, look at that. We have affection showing up as well at the bottom of the deck. But you may not recognize this, so just be open to feeling into things and being willing to say yes, or being open to change. It'll come in a way that you can hear, as long as you're open to it. Okay, if you close it right off, then you're basically not going to be able to receive the sometimes subtle cues from the universe. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio? But we had it showing up as affection. We have that, a 12 breaking down to a 3. That's all about expansion. That's all about community. That's all about coming together, things coming together. So, yeah. And it shows up as a Taurus sign when we're in Taurus season. So that's why I say May is going to be a month of things coming together. Okay, and it specifically says that on the Wings card, with business taking off. Oh no, this one right here, sorry. On the Gears card, which it says putting plans in motion, building a team, and security. Okay, and then we had that showing up with the light bulb. But let's go ahead and jump into the tarot so that we can get a little bit more information about this energy activation. And it's exciting because I know that this past month may have felt a little stagnant or confusing for you. It's almost like they're saying everything that you had known was somehow shaken up, and so now you kind of felt a little discombobulated, maybe trying to regain your footing or understand or process. But they're saying you're going to start receiving that guidance now. So just try to relax into this time off that you had, because it's so that you can gain the wisdom you need to truly activate this energy here, which is happening in May. Okay, it's happening in May, and you're going to start seeing evidence of it as you continue to seek healing, to seek relief and harmony and wholeness. We have the Emperor showing up at the bottom of the deck, is all about security, stability. The King of Kings, standing in your power, holding firm in your ability to feel wholeness and to release these old hat things. It's going to be rough because this thing shook you up. It might have even shaken you to your core. And because things haven't really been, you're still kind of seeking that purpose because of this last sort of month or so, or maybe they're even saying it's been a couple of months, but really this last month or so has been a little confusing. And it's been showing up in the form of fleeting funds. And they're just saying, try to relax, try to surrender, because you're going to start receiving the guidance towards this energy activation, and it'll help you when you start to find the wisdom within what happened, start to feel whole again, okay? And start to feel more firm and more back in your power. Tell me more about this energy activation for my beautiful Scorpio showing up this month. What do they need to know about this energy activation? We already heard that it's going to be something that is your life's purpose or your mission. And spiritual work is good for your spirit and mind. That's the thing. So it is not about you going to preach or do any of that stuff. If that's your calling, that's great too. But if you play music and it helps you tap into your spirit, or helps someone else tap into their spirit, that is spiritual work. Okay, so we're all doing it in one way or another, whether consciously or subconsciously. Tell me about this energy activation for Scorpio, please. Whoa. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense, okay, because remember what I was saying about what just happened this past month? It sort of made you feel abandoned, left out in the cold, or just not good enough for some reason, for whatever reason, okay? And so that is what is being your okay, get my thoughts together here, sorry. Okay, that is what's being overcome to activate this energy right here, because we have it showing up with the Knight of Swords, which is all about acting, receiving those ideas and acting on those ideas. Remember what I said about it going to be your business taking off right away. You're going to start receiving those ideas, and as you act on those ideas, you're going to be not only activating the energy, but you're going to be overcoming this Five of Pentacles energy, because whatever just happened is really starting to make you question yourself, and they're saying that's why it happened, so that you can start questioning, not doubting yourself, but questioning, is this for me? Is this my purpose? Whatever you were doing, it was almost like autopilot. This is just who I am. This is just what I do. And they're saying the Tower moment that showed up was to shake it up so that you can start questioning, is this who I am? Is this all I am? And so even though it may have made you feel left out in the cold, you're now at least starting to look more towards what's calling you, okay? And they're saying as soon as you receive this information or this guidance, start acting on it, because it's going to take off right away. It's going to you'll know by the way that it feels, okay? Tell me about wisdom for my beautiful Scorpio as well. You'll know by the way that it feels if it's the right thing for you, but just know that, your vision is your life's purpose, okay? Your vision is your life's purpose. It may kind of get refined throughout the years and change as things change, but your vision is your life's purpose. And if it speaks to your spirit, you're a spiritual worker. You're a light worker. Doesn't matter if you're, like I said, playing music or if you're playing tarot cards. Whatever speaks to your spirit that helps other people tap into their spirit. Yeah, you guys are getting a lot of these, thank you for showing up with the world, though. You guys are getting kind of a lot of these, look, this stuff is going to come up. This thing that happened, they're saying it wasn't that big of a surprise if you look back at all the cues that you were getting, but they're also saying it kind of took you by surprise. And so these not only are your self-limiting beliefs coming up, but it's making you feel like you aren't good enough, or you're not really sure about what your life's purpose is, okay? But they want you to tap into the wisdom that you've received from what happened, and the wisdom that they've been sending you this past month, because it showed up with the world, okay? So it's to complete these cycles of doubt, scarcity, lack, doing things just because this is what you're supposed to do. This month is about putting you on course towards your life purpose, my beautiful Scorpio, rising above any issues that show up, okay? Don't let because what they're really saying is that you don't feel secure without whatever this is. Could be a job, could be a relationship, whatever, but you don't feel secure now that you don't have this. Could be both, is what they're saying. Don't shoot the messenger, but they're just saying, don't shoot the messenger, but they're saying that you've wrapped your identity up in this thing. And so now you're not exactly sure who you are, but they're also saying this month is going to be, you're going to start receiving more guidance towards how to activate who you really are and how to let this version of you go. How to feel more whole, which we got wholeness, how to feel more whole and more fulfilled, okay? Give me one more card to confirm wholeness. And like I said, if you're not focused on, your finances, this could apply in any area of your life because it is about the energy. So even if it's about a relationship that is making you doubt yourself, or something you've been in for a long time that's no longer there anymore, you've had your identity wrapped up in it, and this is why it happened, they're saying. So hopefully that helps bring some type of peace so that you can at least stop questioning why it happened. It's so that you can get your identity back, become who you are. Another card that represents challenge, but it does represent change. Now, what I love about the one in the Light Seers deck is that even though it represents conflict, maybe even competition, maybe you don't want to get out and put yourself out there, and that's why you were comfortable just doing this. And that's why they sent the Tower moment, so that you can get thrown into having to do something else. Okay? But this card right here represents the things that are supporting you, a la these people, or the things that could be holding you back. Okay? And so the energy of this month, Scorpio, I love that it showed up with the Ten of Pentacles, but it is saying that these are it's holding back your abundance. And they're also saying that you're kind of still in the shadow of this. And that's the reason why you're getting some kind of harsh cards. You got 2 5s, which represent the change, and sometimes the challenge to change, because you're still feeling the disappointment of what happened. Let yourself feel, for sure, but they're just saying that's what's causing the self-limiting beliefs, and that you are by no means trapped. And as soon as you are able to feel whole, you'll be able to see that, and you'll be able to tap into the wisdom of what happened, receive the guidance that they're sending you to activate this new thing, and it's going to take off as soon as you do that. Okay, it says profit, and it says business taking off. But I am going to get you guys one more of these cards, and then I'm going to get you one of these Cosmic Dreamscape astrology cards to send you on your beautiful way. But yeah, don't be afraid of this, Scorpio. I'd say the hardest part is going to be, because I know I have a lot of Scorpio in my family, and I know how steadfast they can be in what they believe. But they're just saying you're gonna have to go with the flow of this one, Scorpio. If you want to find some relief or find some type of peace, you're gonna have to just relax into what's happening. All of the signs are getting this right now, accept what is, and then you'll be able to receive the guidance so that you can move towards your true purpose and no longer be I'm just doing this because this is what I do. Okay? But we do have this showing up with the 3 of Cups, and I'm so glad that this showed up, because not only does it represent the need for you to be more playful, and it showed up with the Empress. They're both 3 cards. It's about your expansion. But the Empress is showing that there's something just gestating right now that you're not able to see or receive the guidance on, because you're still kind of stuck in this shadow of the thing that happened. But they're saying not only be playful, but seek community. Be around people that you care about. Tap into the energy of love and gratitude, and it'll help you kind of ease into this change. This is by no means saying go and talk about your problems with everybody. Talking about it shines a light on it, which makes it bigger. Okay? Go just have fun. Go find people that you can just go and enjoy yourself with, and that can be the energy of now for you. And when you do that, you'll start to be able to receive the little seedlings of guidance that you're getting to get you out of these energies right now. Okay, which is very, very challenging energy, especially showing up with other challenging energy. And it's only the post-shadow of what happened, and maybe you might still be feeling the effects of it, okay? This is why right now, with this downtime, they want you to fill it with things that you enjoy doing, playfulness, fun, people that you care about. people that you really enjoy having fun with, and then it'll help redirect some of the energy so that you'll start to receive the guidance, okay? Because there is something coming into focus for you here with the Empress, okay? But this also does represents that fertility. It represents the untapped potential, but it does also represent love and fun. She's ruled by Venus. It's all about fun, finances, love, joy, being with the people that you care about. And most importantly, these three showed up together to not only make the 6 that represents harmony, but to let you know that it is all about your expansion and community. Okay? So, I hope something did resonate, my beautiful Scorpio. If it did, please like, share, subscribe. Truly grateful that I get to do this, and I really do love each and every person. And if it is helping you in any way, please do comment, like, share, whatever. And if I can help you in any way, I am definitely willing to pull one card for you to help you get some guidance. And then if it does help you, you're more than welcome to go further by going to my website, thetravelandtarot.com, where you can book a reading, purchase custom meditations. I just posted a few really cool meditations that will help you relax or help you with self-love, whatever you need. Your one-stop spiritual shop right here at the Travel and Tarot. Anyway, so thanks again for watching. I'm going to pull you guys one cosmic dreamscape so that we can see sort of what might be active for you, but it's pretty clear that it's going to require a little bit of effort here for you to make some conscious decision to distract yourself from the shadow of what just happened. Again, not to pretend it didn't happen or not to whatever, but don't wallow in it, Scorpio, because there's something big coming for you with this Empress showing up. And as soon as you let this thing activate, it's going to take off. Okay? And now you're going to be successful in your mission, and that's a beautiful thing. That's all we ever want. Okay? They're just saying, just relax into what's happening right now, and I'll take these 2. Thank you. It says your 5th house. Let's have some fun. And then there's a Kazemi, seize the sunny opportunities. That is so fully in line, excuse me, with the 3 of Cups energy. That's so beautiful. Right now, they just want you to have, oh my God, it's like I just said. And at the bottom of the deck, it said 11th house, which is about building your community. I'm telling you, they want you right now to just go out and have some fun with people that you really care about. Or find like-minded individuals that you can go out and have some fun with. Because some of the ideas that you're going to come across, or the team that you're going to be building, which we did see with Gears, are going to be in these circles, and they're going to be people who are the best at what they do, so that you guys can build this unit and create this beautiful life's purpose for everybody involved. Okay? So I love you so much, Scorpio. I'm sending you so much love. You got this. Just be open, hold on loosely, flow, just go with the flow, because the guidance that you've been seeking, even though it's been a little confusing, it's going to start showing up this month if it already hasn't, okay? And by the end of this month, you'll have a much clearer picture, or at the very least, have activated something to where you know exactly what to do, okay? So thank you again for watching. I'm going to take another quick little break, and I'll be back with the Pisces reading. I am Mika, the Travel and Tarot. I love you guys. Take care of each other, okay? Peace. Welcome back, everybody. Hello there. This reading is going to be a Pisces monthly reading, messages from Spirit, what you may need to embrace, accept, or release over this next month so that you can see the most progress. They are for people with Pisces placements or their general messages, so take them as they resonate, okay? And they are going to be for any area of life. Again, it is not about what you are focused on, it is about the energy. So let's go ahead and pull a couple of angel messages to see what the current energies are that are going to be coming in for you guys this month. What does Pisces need to know? Ooh, I love it so much. I'm going to bring it to the spread. We have look for a sign. Okay, Pisces, you're being guided to something, okay? And they definitely want you to pay attention. And they're saying you guys are very, very intuitive and you're very, very good at this. And also, trust what you're receiving, okay? Don't doubt what you're receiving. Like I said, you guys are very intuitive, and sometimes you guys can doubt that what you're receiving is the truth, but it shows up with big, happy changes. So your only ask this month is going to be, there's going to be some big, happy changes that come in this month, and your only ask is going to be to stay in tune so that you can receive the signs and the guidance towards the changes. What else does my beautiful Pisces need to know that'll be happening for them this coming month? It will be helpful for them to be aware of as they tune in, see the signs, and allow the big, happy changes. They're definitely saying something big is happening for you here, Pisces. And it might be all the water signs right now because we're all going through, obviously all the signs are going through some massive overhaul right now, but the water signs seem to be going through one of the biggest transformations of their life, especially Cancer. And some of you guys might have Cancer in your placements as well, so you might want to check out the first reading I did in this video. But we do have a hard no and let go. Okay, we'll go ahead and do some clarifying to find out what that is, but it feels like, and that might be the big happy change, it feels like you're going to let go of something once and for all. And when you do that, it's going to bring in the big happy changes, and you're going to receive the guidance to it. Might even just be wake up one day and just say, you know what, I don't want to do that anymore. And you'll just stop doing it. But it's going to be a hard no, and they want you to know that that once you do this, it's going to be over. Like it's gone. It's going to be a hard no. This is not like I'm not going to do this anymore, and then next month you're doing it. It's like, no, you're done, because you see that there's some opportunity, and this opportunity feels like it's going to be the thing that make you say, oh, once and for all, I'm done with this. I want this opportunity. This is what I've been waiting for or asking for, and that's going to give you the ability to say no once and for all. It could be a relationship, could be a habit, could be a belief. Whatever it is you're going to be able to officially let it go within the next month or so, okay? So look for signs, tap into your guidance, because you'll receive that opportunity, and you'll see it in a way where you're just going to be like, no more. Okay, and I don't know what that is. You fill in the blanks to that, but let's see what else is going to be coming in for my beautiful Pisces this coming month. I love that, though, because we're all in this state of change, and it's sometimes it can be a lot of back and forth, but the truth is they're saying once you make a decision or make the decision, that's when you start to see the opportunities, and that's when everything does open up for you. We do have not the right time showing up as well. Interesting, and it's showing up under look for a sign. You're going to know the right time is what they're saying. There's something that's coming together for you, Pisces. Could have to do with that opportunity that we saw. You saw me shuffle. Good, I love when they do that. Ugh, don't ever stop. Could have to do with that opportunity, okay? Look for a sign, but yeah, we'll do some clarifying. It's interesting. Maybe they're saying that it's not the right time for this opportunity until you let go. I can't wait to get into the, because my son's a Pisces, so I can't wait to get into the tarot to see what the hell they're talking about. What's everybody heart? Okay. Okay. There's going to be some type of compromise, and there is going to be a yes, or you're going to need to say yes to something first, and that's why this is not the right time. They're saying, oh, and it shows up with perfect timing. I mean, come on. I don't make it up. That's why I just pull the cards. You see, I shuffle, and the messages come out as they're supposed to. I love it so much. Yeah, but they're saying there's something that's coming together in perfect timing right now. So just watch for signs, Pisces, okay? And just work towards letting go and becoming the best that you can be yourself. And even though it might not be the right time right now, it's coming. You may have to make some type of compromise, or what they're really saying is be willing to do something a different way. Or instead of saying no, but it's got to look this way, or it's got to be this way, you might have to be a little flexible so that you can actually see it and be willing to say yes to this thing, because it's coming in perfect timing. And that's exciting. So let's see what the hell they're talking about. I'm going to jump right into the tarot here. I was going to pull some soul trees, but we'll just see. But right now, I really want to see what this is about. When I picked this up, we have the Three of Wands in the Idols Tarot. Something is coming together for you, Pisces, and it's coming in perfect timing. And you might be thinking, well, why hasn't it shown up? Because it isn't the right time. There is something that you need to let go of once and for all. Or that right now would be helpful if you focused on letting go of this thing once and for all, so that so that you can receive the sign and remember that something is coming together for you in perfect timing. And it showed up with the Three of Wands. Okay, you might even start seeing the seedlings of it this month, if not the full-blown manifestation. Okay, we're just at the very beginning of May. So tell me about look for a sign for my beautiful Pisces. What is this thing, or what type of sign do they want to look for is going to help them very clear that they're being communicated with and being guided directly to. First, they're saying you're going to be guided to what this thing is that will need to become an absolute no for you to become the person you intend to be. It has to be an absolute no. I don't smoke cigarettes. If somebody asked me to smoke a cigarette, I'd say, hell no, I don't smoke. This thing that you're going to let go of needs to be let go of in that way to where, no, I don't do it. Okay, and you'll receive the guidance on what that is, okay? Like I was saying, you're gonna be inspired to something, okay? Especially with this clarifying look for a sign. They're saying that you're gonna receive some type of a spark, like some type of new inspiration or new spark that is going to be the first sign, and you're gonna be willing to focus. And that's what's gonna bring in this, no, I don't do it anymore. Or no, that's not me anymore. Oh, shoot. Let me grab this. And so once you're willing to do that, then it's going to be the perfect time. There was too many cards that fell. We did have a few of ones that could confirm, but let's go ahead and just pull a few more cards. Tell me more about this no and let go. What is this thing? But yeah, you're going to receive the sign is going to be, you're going to be receiving some new inspiration to do something, and it's going to bring you to a point where you're like, okay, I can no longer do this if I want to do this, and I want to do this, so I don't want to do this anymore. If that's not confusing, I'm sure it is. All right, so no and let go. Tell me what you want me to. Okay, it looks like the Three of Cups. Okay, now this could actually be some friendships or some partnerships that will need to be an absolute no too. Okay, and sometimes that is, they were great, we were fine But as we change, it changes. Okay, and it might be some people, but physically, but I think, especially with this being the Three of Cups and being about playfulness, I think there are certain things that you may be not wasting your time on, because it's okay to just do something that's not productive. It's fine sometimes, but they're saying there are going to be some things that you'll need to cut out in order to become this person that you are becoming, actually, because we saw big happy changes, and that's the big happy changes. You're going to receive the inspiration to start doing something differently so that you can become the person that you see yourself as. And so right now, this Three of Cups could represent some friends or some partnerships, but it could also just represent the need for you to get a little bit more serious about this thing. Not rigid, but more serious, to where you're willing to say, no, I don't smoke. Get that away from me type shit, right? Or no, I don't drink. Or no, I don't do that anymore. Or I don't eat that kind of stuff anymore. Whatever that is for you, okay? But it does show with the King of Swords, which is all about receiving that clarity. And it's also about mental clarity, which is you're clear on what you want, and now you're willing to cut it out of your life, the things that are not in line with that, okay? And so when that does happen, when you receive that spark, just be open to evaluating what needs to go non-judgmentally, because it's not that this is a bad thing, but this hasn't helped me get to where I want to be. For me, personally, it's not about anybody else. Might help somebody do something, but here, this isn't helping me anymore. So if I want to be this, I'm going to let that go, and I'm willing to do that, okay? So that's all that they're saying. And you're going to receive that clarity. You're going to be willing to, and so, like I said, that definitely represents you being a master of that clarity, because kings represent mastery. Okay, so you're able to, you get to a point where you're willing to say no to this, probably some type of self-limiting belief or unworthiness that is causing this behavior. And it could very well just be the feeling of unworthiness. It could very well just be the feeling of doubt. But whatever it is, you're going to finally once and for all say, no, I know what I want, and I'm going to go after it. And I'm going to become the person that lives that life. Okay? Tell me more about not the right time for Pisces. What do they need to know about not the right time? Okay. Interesting. This is the Four of Cups, okay? So it feels like what they're saying is there's going to be multiple opportunities coming in. And you're going to feel that they're not right for you, okay? This is not so much that you're bored or complacent, but you're waiting for the right opportunity to show up for you. You're in this place of such clarity by your willingness to let go of this shit that you're not going to just take anything. You're willing to say, nope, I'm not ready for this yet. And that's an amazing, if you think about it, go ahead and applaud yourself for that, Pisces, because that's an amazing level of clarity to have, to say something that you want or something that might look like what you want shows up and you say, no, I'm not ready for that yet. That's amazing, but they're saying you're going to receive some type of clarity or mental stability or clarity this month where you're going to be willing to say no to the things that you don't want, or the things that you're going to wait for the right opportunity. And that would be why opportunity showed up 2 times there, and it showed up with the Fool. You are waiting for something new, something that you want, and from a place of who you see yourself as now. I love this so much because some of the Pisces readings in the past would indicate that, you might have perspective issues about who you are and worthiness issues, but it shows me that you're aware of it, you're changing it to a point where you're loving yourself, to a point where you're not willing to accept just anything. So you're even willing to tell yourself it's not the right time because I know that what I want is going to show up in perfect timing. That is an incredible level of mental clarity, and I applaud you guys on that for sure. So tell me more about this yes and compromise for my beautiful Pisces. What do they need to know in regards to? Okay, so we do have that showing up with the Knight of Wands, which is definitely letting me know that when the right opportunity shows up, it is going to be an ask for you to take some type of a risk. So you won't be able to play it safe here, there, Pisces, and that's what that compromise comes from. You are going to have to put yourself out there in order to get the result that you want. But what it's showing me with this know and let go over here in the Three of Cups is that you're willing to change. So you are willing to take this risk to the right opportunity, but it has to feel right. It has to feel right for you. And they're saying this month you're going to receive some spark that is going to feel right to a point where you're going to say no to this stuff anymore that's not you. You're going to say no to the wrong opportunities. You're not going to just accept any old thing. And you're going to know when it does show up, because you're going to be willing to take that risk with the Knight of Wands. Your willingness, your ability, your willingness, or your inspiration to say, you know what, this is it. I am a little scared, but I can't not do this. That's going to let you know that it's the right opportunity. And so all of the ones that might just be there to just fill a space, you're not there right now. You want something real, you want something grounded, and so you're willing to work to do the inner work so that you can receive the right opportunities, okay, and say yes to the right opportunities. And it shows up with the Six of Wands. We have a lot of horses showing up here, which represents power. You're looking to be in your true power so that you bring a healthy, happy individual to any situation, to your work, to your relationships, to your being, to your life. You understand that you're creating with your feelings and your thoughts. You're willing to do the inner work so that you can receive the stuff that you truly want and be truly in your power. Okay, and I really love that so much, and I think it's such a beautiful thing. I am going to do a little bit more clarifying here and then send you guys off with an angel number, because I really want to know a little bit more about the sign that you might be receiving, or could be an angel number. Actually, I feel they're saying it's definitely going to be in the angel numbers as well, but let's go ahead and do just a little more clarifying for each one. And I'll try not to do a little tirade in between each one, unless I'm inspired to, and it's like whatever. Yeah, the Magician, another one card. They're saying here, you not only will you receive the spark, that's going to be the sign, but you're the Magician. You pick the sign, because all you have to do is say, show me this sign, and they will knock themselves out showing you the signs. Okay, so whatever's a personal thing to you, like whenever I see a shining light, I receive confirmation of this. They'll let you know. Or whenever I see these numbers, that's what angel numbers are all about. So they're saying you ask them for signs. You ask them for the signs you wish to see so that you know they're talking directly to you. Okay? And it does show up with the Knight of Pentacles, another horse, but he's a slow-moving energy, saying like, wait and watch, and then you'll know what to, because he observes, he's methodical, so he's not out here just exerting energy. He asks for the sign, and then he waits, and then he knows when to move when he receives the sign. That's why he also confirmed it. We have focus, again, showing up to confirm that Three of Cups. Remember what I was saying about you're going to be willing to let go of something and focus when you receive that sign. That's what the Eight of Pentacles represents, as well as obtaining some type of mastery because you are choosing to focus. And we do have that showing up with the Empress, which is all about fertility. It's all about growing and building, or like, you know, she's abundant, so she's growing something, and you're doing that by focusing and releasing the stuff that may not be helping you in your purpose. Tell me more about this Four of Cups and not the right time. Yep, it looks like we have the Ten of Wands, right? And that's why, remember what I said? I said you're willing to turn away things. You're not just going to take anything right now, Pisces. You're willing to do the work, release yourself from these unnecessary commitments and stuff, especially vibrationally, and wait for the right opportunity. And they are saying that this 10 represents the ending of that. Because of your willingness to focus, you're going to see clearly on what needs to go, let go of it, and you're going to see fast results due to that, okay? And confirmed with the King of Wands. You're going to be back in your power, and you're going to see fast results once you focus. And again, not saying that everything you do has to be the most productive, but if you're on some type of a mission to become something, it does have to dominate a lot of your focus and energy, and you do have to some degree, be willing to release who you were before to become this person. Oh, great. No worries, because they see we have the Knight of Wands. Remember, take the risk. We were confirming yes and compromise, and we had that showing up with the Knight of Wands. We also show up with the Tower. Something unexpected is going to not only force you to expand, or really this offer is going to come in unexpectedly, and so that risk you're going to have to take is going to push you outside of who you usually are or what you usually do. It's going to be something that you'll need to accept, that you can do, like tap into your confidence. Like, for instance, you might get, say you're an actor and you might get this amazing role, but you've never been in like a film, like a real film before. You've only done like extra work. You're going to have to tap into your confidence to know that you belong at that table with those people too. Yeah, I don't care if it's Tom Cruise, I don't care if it's Robert De Niro, that you belong there too. So you're going to have to take that risk and tap into who your untapped potential when this offer comes in, because it's going to be unexpected and it's going to be big. So you're going to want to say yes to it and be willing to take that risk. Okay? So, I hope something did resonate. If it did, please like, share, subscribe. Truly grateful that I get to do this, and I absolutely love each and every one of you. Please let me know if I can help in any way. I'm willing to pull a card for you if you just need a little clarity. Feel free to DM me or hit me up on social or on my website at thetravelintro.com. Everything is in the description. If this is helping you, it does help the channel out, and it does help me to know that it is reaching you. So if you can, please just give me a like, share, or subscribe. It's a totally free way for you to take care of me, as I am always willing to take care of you. So I'm going to go ahead and pull you guys one angel number card so that this can at least be one of the signs that you see that'll let you know that you're on the right track with the universe, okay? But I pick it up and we have infinity. Most importantly, they want you to know that you're infinite. They want you to tap into your infinite nature here, especially when this offer comes in, and know that you belong at that table too, period. You belong there. You wouldn't be there if you didn't belong there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get you one angel number, and you can take this as a kiss from the universe that they got you, that we got you. And then, yeah, set up your own signs. Ask the universe for your own signs. Ones and twos. We have symbiosis, okay? This is about you blending with it. So let's go ahead and get the affirmation for symbiosis. So your number is going to be 1221. And it says, deep soul connections are welcome in my life. Okay, and that's going to be about you connecting with others, is what that really, really says. Okay, and that could be why it's not the right time, but there's going to be a situation that comes in that is going to be the right time. It's going to challenge you in a way where you're going to need to take a risk. Okay, so when you see 1221, it's all about cooperation and community, supportive, loving relationships, savoring meaningful connections, and symbiotic energy. Okay, but just know that The universe is sending you deep soul connections, ones that are not only going to help assist you in your career, but really ones that are going to help bring joy and love and abundance to your life. Okay, and it's especially because they're definitely saying it's especially because you're not willing to just take anything. And you know that. And you're willing to do the work and see what needs to be done so that you can accept the true relationships and the true abundance that is yours, my beautiful Pisces. So, thank you again for watching. I am Mika, the Traveling Tarot. I really love you guys. Take care of each other, okay? Peace.